Welcome everyone. We are on day 48 of our third session of 21 days. This year it's called Deepening the Silence. My name is Linda Taylor. I'm in New Jersey and very excited for this program today. If you haven't gotten your foot soak materials together, we are going to be doing a foot soak today as usual. And these are the things you need to do that. So please get them ready if they're not already. If you are new, either to the program or to Sahaja Yoga, welcome. And we really want to encourage you, if you feel the need, to request from breakout room help in the Zoom or from the host to go into a breakout room, a side room. If you want to get a short introduction to Sahaja Yoga, that's available to you. We don't want anyone to be confused, and you can always jump back in the meeting. You don't have to be out for all of it, but if it's something you'd like to do, we have that as an opportunity for you, either at the beginning or during or at the end of the program. And anyone, of course, can always ask for this breakout room at the end. So we have our website with all the course materials and handouts and previous recordings, so please, everyone, take advantage of that. And we also offer mentoring one-on-one outside of the course, outside of the online program, and that's a great opportunity to have someone who can go alongside you, answer any questions, and just take you at your own pace with however fast or slow you want to go. So if you already have a mentor, fantastic. We've seen it helps tremendously to deepen and grow. And if you'd like even an additional mentor, we find sometimes people like that as they get on. They might like to have a different perspective. That's also fine. So there's a form to request that. On Sunday, we had a very interesting program about connecting meditation and our chakras to our health. And today we are going to do an introduction to mantras, Sanskrit mantras. So I'll be sharing more about that very soon. We will, as always, have a short introduction to this topic. We'll have a foot soak. We will watch a video of Shri Mataji. We are going to have some great live music today that will take us even deeper into our meditation. We'll have a second meditation, and then we'll come back on for some short announcements and then some sharing and question and answer with the presenters. So now I would like to ask the presenters for today to please come on so that I can introduce them. So there's Tracy and Garima and Kalyan. Great. So let me first introduce Tracy. And Tracy, tell them why you're here right now.
Hello, everyone. So it's a pleasure to welcome you. And if you are new and would like to get a little bit of a introduction to this practice of meditation, Sahaja Yoga, we'll be happy to spend a little time with you in a breakout room to bring you up to speed.
So if you ask for a breakout room right now, Tracy will be the one who will be in that room. All right. Garima, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Garima. I live just outside Washington, D.C. in Maryland, and I've been doing Sahaja Yoga meditation since I was a young girl. Thanks much to the guidance of a lot of these other teachers and presenters you have on the call today. I've learned a lot from them, and I'm looking forward to meditating with you all.
Great. And Kalyan, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, and great to be here again. My name is Kalyan Gopalakrishnan. I live in the Hartford area in Connecticut, and I play the violin. I play the Indian classical music. So I'll be playing a rag for all of you for the meditation tonight.
Excellent. All right. So thank you all, and we'll be seeing you a little later. So now let me go ahead with introducing our topic today, which is what we call Sanskrit mantras or long mantras. And these really are just another way that we can clear our chakras, our subtle system in general, and deepen. So we've already learned so many different ways to do that, whether affirmations, foot soaking that we always do. You can use ice, a candle, we can go on with various treatments that are ways to, when we identify that we have a blockage or some challenge in our subtle system, that we can clear it, which is such an amazing thing about Sahaja Yoga. We don't have to just sort of go, oh, well, I guess I'm stuck with this problem forever, but we can really take action against whatever is troubling us and clear it. It's a great gift. So these mantras are also a great gift, and we can use them as much as we want or as little as we want. And we've already done some what we call short mantras like Om or Hum and Ksham. And some of you who've been here since the beginning or for more than this year will definitely know about those. And we'll be doing a couple of those in the second part of today's program. But first, we're going to talk about these longer mantras. So when we say a longer mantra in Sanskrit, what we're doing is we're asking to strengthen the divine qualities in that chakra or channel or energy. And we're using the Sanskrit language that with particular sounds, words that resonate with the specific power or qualities of that chakra. And so they have an effect. The Sanskrit language, Shri Mataji has told us, is the language of the divine. And so with these Sanskrit mantras, we make an effort to speak the language of the divine. And we can see that when we do that, it does take us deeper. So it could be an energy. And one of the ones we're going to do today to begin is something that's already familiar to us, our Kundalini energy. And we call her Mother Kundalini. And in Sanskrit, we say Kundalini Mata. So that's one of the Sanskrit mantras we're going to do right now in a minute. There are many other mantras that take the name of a divine personality or and someone who came as an embodiment of the divine qualities of a specific chakra or channel. So Buddha is an example of this that you may be familiar with, and we're going to talk more about him later in this session 3. He has the qualities of our right nabi on the agya on the side of our head, and another one is Shri Ganesha, who may not be familiar to all of you, may be familiar to many of you, who has the head of an elephant and the body of a young boy. And the most important thing about these divine personalities is that the qualities that they show in their lives and the stories about them that are very instructive, because they exemplify these divine qualities. So Sri Ganesha is an extremely innocent boy, and the fact that he has the head of an elephant is that elephants are innocent. They're animals. They don't have ego, and nor does Sri Ganesha. So that quality of wisdom and innocence are very much there in Sri Ganesha, and so we take his name when we want to awaken those qualities in our Muladhara chakra, which is where he resides. So let's begin. We're going to start by first raising our Kundalini, giving ourselves a bandhan. Keep our attention inside as we do this. Tie the knot 3 times. Now we protect our chakras by drawing an arc of vibrations around our subtle system 7 times. Let's put our hands out, bring them up, take a deep breath, and just see what is our baseline state here tonight. Take a deep breath. Let's give vibrations to our foot soak bowl. We can put our feet in. Let's clear our left side by putting our right hand towards the earth, our left hand open towards the photograph. Breathe. Release any heaviness, our emotions into the earth, into the foot soak bowl. Let's clear our right channel for just a minute. Lifting our left hand over our shoulder to vent out any heat from too much thinking on our right side. Mother Kundalini. We could even say Kundalini Mata. Please clear any heat from overthinking from my right side. Now let's raise up our Kundalini up our central channel. Bring our hand up and see if we feel above our head. See if we can feel the cool breeze or some heat clearing out. And be aware this is our Mother Kundalini up here. Now, I would like you to stay there. If you want to keep your hand there, you can, or bring it down. And we'll put our attention on our own Kundalini. And I'm going to sing the mantra for Kundalini Mata. Just listen. If you're not familiar with the mantras, if you know them, please absolutely sing along. And just see what you feel with the power of these Sanskrit words to clear and to ask our Mother Kundalini to please act within us to make us deeper. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. See if you feel a change in your hands and your body above your head. The vibrations are flowing more strongly now, perhaps. Now I'm going to sing the mantra for Sri Ganesha. Again, listen from above your head and feel the effect. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. bring our hand above our head and see if we feel that it's maybe flowing more cool, more strongly now. See with the other hand. See on our hands. And just see inside if you're feeling a little different, a little more settled or quiet. Okay, now we're going to bring up the slide so you can see how the mantra is written. And the first one for Kundalini Mata, I'll tell you what it means. Om, we know, means the first sound. Tvameva means you, and Sakshat means verily or truly. R, Shri is a way of honoring in front of someone's name. So Shri Kundalini Mata, Mother Kundalini. Sakshat means truly. Shri Adi Shakti Mataji means the primordial mother energy. Shri Nirmala Devi, the pure goddess. Namo Namaha means salutations and praise to you. And if we can see on the next slide, it's exactly the same, but it says instead Shri Ganesha. So now, if we'll sing it together, we'll go back to the Kundalini mantra, and we'll sing one line at a time, and you can repeat after me. Om Tvameva Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat. Shri Kundalini Mata Sakshat. Shri Kundalini Mata Sakshat. Shri Adi Shakti Mataji. Shri Adi Shakti Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devi. Shri Nirmala Devi. Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha. Let's sing it all the way through. Om Tvameva Sakshat. Shri Kundalini Mata Sakshat. Shri Adi Shakti Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devi. Namo Let's go to the Ganesha mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Okay, I hope you felt the power of these mantras. Let's now rinse off our feet, get out of our foot soak. And just put it aside. Now we're going to watch a talk of Shri Mataji that took place in India. Every year Shri Mataji used to organize a tour for people from all over the world to come and tour around India with her. And so you'll see she does refer to that in the beginning of it. And in this talk, she talks quite a lot about innocence, the quality of Sri Ganesha. So let's enjoy the talk together and keep our attention above our head as we listen and watch.
I said, animals are innocent, You go into a jungle now, I don't know, we are going to take you this time into a jungle. You will have no smell, no horrid things to see, nothing. It's very clean, spick and span, all the time. But you put one human being, you will immediately know there has been a human being. They have their own systems of keeping things clean. Even the tiger, who is an innocent thing, up to animal stage you are innocent. He has his own styles. I don't know if you know about a tiger or not, but a tiger will kill an animal because he has to eat after all. He's supposed to only eat animals, he doesn't eat grass. What to do? He's not a vegetarian. God has made him like that. So he accepts. Now he goes and kills the cow or anything. Then he leaves his kill there for the blood to ooze out. Nobody will touch that. Nobody. Because he is really the king, not out of fear, but a protocol. Then next day he goes, he eats, then his family eats and all that, and finished for the whole month. They come out. Then the lower animals start going there. Like you have, I don't know what you call them. I miss in English. I don't know if they have leopards. Leopards and all these animals come out. And they start eating. Then even lower and lower till the birds. Still the crow, they stay back. Last are crows. Can you imagine? Such a system there. They go all the way from Siberia to Australia. How do they manage? Think of it. What gives them direction is innocence. And the innocence is magnet. It's a magnet. Actually, it's a magnet. In a human being, you do not find a magnet because It has now evolved so much, but it starts just like a magnet. So they know which is north, which is south, east and west. Even a little bee, you find, and put a mark on it. It goes to the place from where it has come. How does it find? Its own way. Is the innocence is like a magnet, acts like a magnet. Even in the fishes. Just imagine how fishes have direction. We don't have. Human beings can be lost. Many times I am lost with so many drivers I've had. So many times I've been lost. But animals never. If you take a dog and you don't want the dog, you leave him about, say, 50 miles away, he'll come back. How does he find the way? So, their qualities which are built in within them through their innocence are actually the qualities of electromagnetic force and also pranava. That is, when electromagnetic force is charged with Ganesha's principle. That's why they are so systematic. They are so clean. They are so sensible. But they are not ritualistic. They are not ritualistic. Whatever God has given them, they have accepted, they are bound by that. They are bound and they live with that boundary. Even if you go up to the stage of animals which live with human beings, they too are very affectionate. They just want love, nothing else. See, one day if you do not care for your dog, he will just not eat his food. Not eat his food. You wouldn't care for the food. It is so remarkable, even I have seen among children, how they just want love. They don't accept anything else but love. But as soon as they start growing up, you see, especially in a materialistic world, then the whole materialism comes. So the second way we kill our children's innocence is putting materialistic ideas into their heads. Of course, the media is there, which is selling nowadays a teddy bear which has a birthday. Teddy bear has a birthday. Can you imagine? So everybody is buying teddy bear with a birthday. Because the parents don't want to be in the company of children. So they get some sort of a toys, this, that. One or two is all right. I put them with the toys, with the television on, now sit down. Children start becoming naturally materialistic. They start asking for things and for demands of such kind that sometimes one is surprised. You take a Western child to the market and you had it, but you take Indian children, they'll never take anything. Really, it's so difficult to make them, at least I have seen my own grandchildren and other. You take them, it's a headache to buy even another pair of shoes for them. No, but we have one, why do you want to buy another? Baba, that will go give way. No, we can come here. How? We can come in the car or else we can walk. But you will have no shoes, nothing. One is all right. Why to have two? You give them money, they'll buy one small little thing and come. You see, it is the whole tradition of materialism which has brought this innocence to a stop. Then a child starts growing in the same materialistic way. He starts judging people uh, like how many cars you have. See, they are so stupidly materialistic that I went to Boston and the television people asked me how many Rolls Royces you have. I said, I don't have any. They said, we are not interested, you are not in the business. This is what is now the mind of people in the West who have grown up. But even the children, today they want this, tomorrow they want that. All the time there's a competition for materialistic things. Asking for this, asking for that. Just imagine what a race will be there after some years when there'll be just people who will be only worried about collecting things and buying things. I mean, buyers and sellers, nothing else. So you have to be very careful with your children that you do not pamper them. Do not get too much worried about them. Do not keep them on materialistic level. Find out. If they are going on a materialistic level, bring them down. It's very simple to do that. And one has to work it out because we have to save our children and their innocence. Now for the other Sahajogis who are grown up and who are very mature. They are very innocent, I must say. I must admit that. They're very innocent.
Let's continue in the state of meditation. Absorbing the vibrations from the talk. See if we can feel our attention at the top of the head. Let's try to sustain the state with the attention at the top of the head. In a very gentle, relaxed way. As we listen to this music.
We can maintain our meditative state. Keep our hands open before us and our attention within. Place our attention at the base of our spine, where this Kundalini energy is. This mother energy within us that knows each of us so well. It knows our strengths and weaknesses. It knows our spiritual self. Let's awaken it once more with our desire and using the power of the mantra Om. Just the simple mantra Om, which will help it rise up to our Sahasrara at the top of our head. So we can say Om 3 times together, and each time we say it, we can also use our right hand in front of us to raise this Kundalini to the top of our head. Place the palm of our hand on the very top of our head. We can also gently massage it each time. Om. Om. We still feel some mental activity in our mind. We can also say 2 simple mantras, which are syllables for our Agya chakra, which is the 6th center on our forehead. We can take both of our hands, our right hand going on the right side of our head, and our left hand going on the left side of our head. And as we put our hands here, we can say the mantra hum on the right side of our head and sham on the left side. Hum meaning I am, and sham meaning I forgive. I'll say it one time, and then we can say it 3 times together. Hum, sham, hum, sham, sham, hum, sham. And bring our hands back to our lap. Meditate in silence, raising our attention to the Sahasrara chakra on top of our head. Mother Kundalini, please take me into that state of meditation, beyond the mind, beyond the ego and superego, and into the silence. And place our right hand on the top of our head. Press down slightly. And then raise it a few inches above. Keep our attention in this space. And feel, observe what we feel here. Maybe it's a slight cool, slight heat, tingling, or even a pull. We can place our right hand down, try with our left hand. Raise it a few inches above. Keep our attention in this space. And notice how our vibrational sensitivity is expanding. The deeper we go in meditation. We can bring our hand back to our lap. And observe what we feel on our hands. And say thank you in our hearts to this divine power that has given us this meditation experience. And slowly end our meditation, opening our eyes, raising our Kundalini together. And giving ourselves that protective bandhan.
Thank you so much, Karima, for that very deep and silent meditation. And thank you, Kalyan, for the amazing music. So please stay tuned. We're going to come back and talk more about mantras. But just first a few quick announcements. There is a booklet called From Mantra to Silence that we will be putting in the WhatsApp groups, and that you can get there if you don't already have it. And it's really a marvelous resource, and it contains all the mantras and what it means and more. So please look for that. And if we go to the next slide, we'll see what's happening on Thursday. We're going to be continuing on the Muladhara chakra, and also continuing a little bit more on reinforcing and practicing the mantras as we focus on Muladhara chakra. Then our schedule, we finish on June 24th, 3 days a week. Then we also have Monday, Wednesday, Friday foot soaks, all here on this Zoom channel, same time. And if you'd like a mentor, as I mentioned earlier, there's a form that you can fill out in the chat. Please take advantage of this great and always free opportunity. And if you're not already in a WhatsApp group, maybe that's an inspiration to join one. There's a link to join it in the Zoom chat, where you can get things like the handout, and also that handout will be on the website as well. But we have all kinds of information in the WhatsApp group, so very worthwhile being in one. And there's our QR code with a link to the website. So again, if you'd like some help one-on-one in a breakout room, please ask the breakout room help person for that. Or we have someone who we call Chat Q&A. Today it's Gauri, and she can answer any written questions you have. And or you can send a message to me, and I'll keep an eye on my chat and see if we can answer it live. So now I'd like to welcome back Garima and Kalyan, and we will talk a little bit about this topic. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
All right, so mantras. When do you say a mantra? Garima, when do you use, I mean, you could give an example of a particular mantra that that you particularly feel is powerful for you, or times when you feel that because I think, one of the things I guess we really want to emphasize is that mantras are just another thing that we can do. It's not like required, and it's one of the things we can do. But when is it that you feel a mantra comes in very handy?
yeah, that's a great question. I think I tend to use mantras when I feel as if something is stagnant, like in my meditative state, as if it's not really flowing, on my hands or on my head or just inward. The experience of silence isn't quite there yet. And saying a mantra, to me, it's almost as it activates or it starts moving. It becomes dynamic. And if my attention is not really there when I say the mantra, I notice it doesn't work as effectively. And if it's there, though, like I really am, my attention is on, I'm using these syllables that are, like you said, the language of the divine, to awaken the powers and the qualities of each chakra. And it's, my attention is on the effect of the mantra and what I am trying to awaken. Then even just the first syllable of saying Om with that attention has an effect. But if it's not really there, it can be, might have to say a mantra a few times. So yeah, to answer your question, I think it's when I feel as if something is stagnant, it needs a little movement. It needs a little bit of a activation.
Mm. And is there a particular mantra you use usually, or it depends on where you're stuck, or how?
Yes, I would, as we will learn more, each of the chakras, the centers, has various mantras associated with them based on the quality or aspect of the divine energy that we try to awaken for each. I think I would say a few that I particularly like are cooling mantras. I tend to, with the busy work day, get a little bit over mental and right-sided, we can say, and my liver can start to heat up. So I like to put my hand on my liver and say, one that I particularly like is a Himalaya mantra. So just say Shri Himalaya, and it's awakening the power of the mountains, the coolest, tallest mountains in the world. So the element power and the coolness of that, I feel the impact of that when I say it on my liver. Another one I like to say is on my Sahasrara, just not to be too complicated, but I like the mantra for Moksha Dayani, which is awakening the sort of the profound experience of silence, moksha, connection, union with the divine, and asking that divine power that gives us that experience to awaken it within us. So it's those are a few of my favorite mantras.
Wow, lovely. Kalyan, how about you?
Yeah, very, very similar in terms of when I use the mantras. It is when there are things to be cleared within, and it depends on where the blockage is. So, depending on the center, um, I tend to use the Shri Ganesha mantra quite often, and I also tend to use the mantra for this center, which is the Vishuddhi. So, those are some of the more often used. And I also take mantra before I go out. I take the Shri Ganesha's mantra, or if I'm starting something new, I so I just kind of pray that there shouldn't be obstacles, and sometimes it's helpful to think of the deity or the power, the personality, the divine personality that we want awakened within us. So that way there is a connection with that personality. It's not just the words, but it's the who we are addressing. So when we do that, it is more meaningful. And like Garima was saying, that I try to say each word and get my attention back up here, if possible, after each word, so that it kind of stays there, and you're not doing it in a superficial way, right? So yeah, it's what helps.
Any comments on that, Karima?
No, just enjoying it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also in the same sort of similar way of when something's coming up or you're going out, like if I know that I'm about to face some challenge, specifically also, it can be like I need some extra ammunition for facing it. So sometimes the mantra it's somehow it's really it's like pulling out the full artillery, right? You know, we can, and it really, I think, helps to bring humility in as well, because it reminds us that that there are these higher powers that are there within us and that are able to help us. And so if we're just feeling like we're too much into trying to do things and we're frustrated or whatever it may be, saying a mantra kind of brings us back to down to earth and go, okay, I really need help here.
Yeah.
And thinking I'm going to do it myself is not going to do the job. So yeah.
Yeah. You said down to earth, so it just reminds me, I was walking with my kids outside yesterday, and a mantra that I noticed with kids works really nicely as well is for the Mother Earth. And it works well for adults too, but Adi Bhumi Devi, which, I mean, you might see it in the mantra book, in the booklet that you circulated, but it's again, just that, like you said, it's humbling to recognize and be aware of the divinity flowing even through the elements, and the Mother Earth, just in such an innocent way for, the kids to sing a song that is awakening. They said Namaste Adibhumi Devi, which means salutations to the Mother Earth. And just, walking along, and it was so simple and sweet and easily applicable in your daily life to humble you and bring you down to earth, quite literally. So yeah, I think mantras don't have to be complicated. They can be quite simple. Om, just the first sound, is simple and can in itself have such an effect. So yeah, just thought I would share that anecdote. Just reminded me of that experience.
That's so nice. Yeah. Kalyan, can you say a little something about Sanskrit being that divine language?
Sure. So in Sanskrit, you have a full set of vowels and consonants. It is so there are, for example, the Vishuddhi chakra has 16 petals, we say, right? 16 subplexuses. And there are 16 vowels in Sanskrit language. It is, and those vowels are the ones that sustain the sounds. So the consonant cannot have a sound of its own unless a vowel is combined with it. So it's the Sanskrit is a very beautifully evolved language, and it is based on the sounds that are made by the Kundalini as it goes through the different centers. So it is very much close to the divine in terms of how the communication happens. So I think saying these words in Sanskrit, saying the language, the mantras in Sanskrit, really makes it very powerful. And when we know the meaning of what we say and when we feel it and we say it, it just really connects.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think that, over the centuries, it's very ancient language, and these mantras have come down through the ages as sort of the relationship between, let's say, the mantra for the name Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, it does strengthen and clear the Muladhara chakra. So it's those particular sounds for that particular chakra. That pairing is something that Shri Mataji has taught us, pulled it all together from all the various you could say sages that have understood that over the years. So it's really in everything she makes it so simple for us that we have access to this. Yes, I mean I don't know. I don't know if everyone has had this feeling, but I know that I grew up wanting to talk to God. I wanted to talk to God. So I do feel that when I say a mantra, it's really that's what's happening, and it's like a direct line to the divine. So I think if we can, the more we realize that and say it with that sincerity and really reverence in a way, it also acts even more powerfully. Yeah. So yeah, well, and I just want to say to everyone, the Sanskrit, the pronunciation, we'll practice it. There as we go through the course, we won't always do it, but sometimes we'll be doing a mantra for whatever topic we're on. And if you're comfortable and you want to learn it, great. But really, don't feel any pressure at all. This is just one more thing that we're teaching, that if you feel inspired and you want to use it, please take advantage. But don't feel like, oh, that's it for now, I can't do that, so no. So it's not at all. Sahaja Yoga is so simple, and it's a practice that you can do in the simplest manner. So this is just one more sort of add-on that we really hope you'll enjoy, but not be in any way intimidated by. So yeah. All right. Anything else anybody wants to add?
No, I had a really lovely meditation. Thank you.
Yeah, so did I. Throughout, yes.
I'm a little bit blissed out to talk much.
All right. Well, I hope
Thank
everybody's
you.
in that same state as we are. And yes. All right. Well, enjoyed it very much. Thank you all. Thanks everyone for coming, and see you on Thursday.
Thank you.